welcome. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Hey, welcome everyone. I am so glad that you could join me here today on this it's a Wednesday. It's a Big Idea Wednesday, January 31st. We are indeed live. We are happened to this. Okay. So I'm trying something different today. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. Hang on just 1 second here. Let's boom, get that going. All right. Yeah. So I don't know what's happening because I don't see that anyone is connected. So there we go. Doug's here. Hey, what's up, Doug? All right. Now I know that I'm live. Very cool. I have been working frantically on trying to figure out this streaming situation. And I tell you what, it's interesting to always, you know, try to learn something new, try to problem solve, try to figure things out. So today I am only streaming live on the YouTube. I'm gonna record this. Well, I don't know. I'll try recording. I'll hit the record button and see if it changes the quality of everything. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try. I've been trying all the different things, resetting everything. The picture looks pretty good, I think. So I think we'll roll with it. But it's a process. And what I decided to do, I'm bringing back the old school flame because perhaps it was the live flame that was given the good quality of the stream. Maybe just taking away this live flame, somehow the universe decided to just mess with the stream, with the live flame. I don't know. Anyway, it's a Big Idea Wednesday. Interesting idea today. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's pull this up a little. No. There we go. Okay, cool. Well, we got a couple people here, so I think I can do the nope. All right, well, hang on. I'll stop the recording. I thought I had it figured out. Nope, apparently not. The video seems glitchy now. Son of a gun. Oh well. Yeah, choppy. Yeah, I do look like I just got out of the shower. Okay. Well, that's too bad that it's not the video is really choppy. That's why I chose a background that was really moving so I could see it. Okay. I didn't get the comment about a ritual sacrifice of a rubber chicken to the internet gods. That's a good idea. I don't have any rubber chickens though. So, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stop this live stream and I'm gonna record it and I will post it. And then I will keep working on these settings and maybe just getting a brand new computer. So I think that's what I may do. So because I don't like putting out. Well, let's see. Did it get a little better? The video get better? Did it fix itself? I don't know. No, I'm still getting errors. So I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to record it. and I will post it as a video, I don't know, in an hour or two. So, because I just hate I hate coming up with all this stuff. So, and then having it be unwatchable. It's kind of frustrating. So I thought it would work today. Apparently not. So I'm just going to end this stream, record it, post it, and it's tolerable, Doug? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try hitting the record button again. And well, no. Well, I'll try hitting the record button, and we'll just go into the. Tell you what, I'll record it, and maybe I'll just repost it with a better quality. So let's try that. All right, so I will be back with the monologue. Let's see if I can get that all set. Here we go. All right, yeah, let's get into the false consensus effect. Hey, thanks for joining me today. And if it's blurry, it is what it is. Hopefully the audio will be good. But today I want to talk about the false consensus effect. It's a cognitive bias in social psychology. You know what? I'm an idiot. Let's see. Yep. Okay, it's tolerable. Okay. Let me try this one more time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna record this and I'll post it. The video might be. It looks like the video's garbage. So, hang on. What? It's clear. Okay. All right. We'll power through. Anyway, let's get. I'll hit the intro one more time and I'll go straight into the monologue. I promise this time. Anyway. All right. Here we go. Hey, thanks for joining the show today, January 31st, 2024. How that month flew by. But ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And welcome to the Circus of Ideas, where we peel back the layers of our collective consciousness and find out just how delusional we really are. I'm your host, Tom Coffey. Let's not get bogged down in the details. You know, I've been thinking a lot about this psychological phenomenon called the false consensus effect. It's like the Instagram filter for our minds, where we believe the world is scrolling through the same Valencia-tinted glasses we are. It's the ultimate in wishful thinking. I mean, who wouldn't want to believe that everyone is as messed up as we are? Take politics, for example. We all have that one friend who thinks their candidate is the second coming. They're convinced that if the whole world just saw things through their political kaleidoscope, we'd all be singing Kumbaya. Newsflash, folks. Your political soulmate might just be the neighborhood oddball, and that's okay. At least they're entertaining. They're in relationships. Oh boy. The false consensus effect turns us into hopeless romantics. We think our significant others dream about the same candlelit dinners and walks on the beach, but in reality, they may be fantasizing about a solo vacation with noise-canceling headphones. Love's a battlefield, and sometimes you're fighting a solo war. And let's not forget about the racists, right? Racist. They're convinced that deep down everyone shares their beliefs. And likewise, if you find racism to be a thing of the past, your default is that others may share your more enlightened outlook. Now, I'm no psychologist, but those that see racism everywhere might just need to take a look in the mirror. Now, speaking of exclusive clubs, music lovers are notorious for this. We all think our taste is the epitome of cool, including myself. And anyone who disagrees must be deaf. Newsflash, my fellow audiophiles, not everyone wants to join your vinyl record revolution. Some people are perfectly content with their Spotify playlist curated their playlists of curated mediocrity. Let's not get too hard on ourselves. We're not terrible people. We're just victims of the false consensus effect. It's our mind playing tricks on us, making us believe the world is our echo chamber. So folks, the next time you're convinced that the universe is nodding along to your playlist, remember, the false consensus effect is just a glitch in the matrix of human perception. Embrace diversity of thought. Laugh at your own biases. And remember, life would be dull without a dash of delusion. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee and Nuance Show. Best censored commentary and news show live right now. Flame on. Yeah, if you're watching this live, we'll push through it, but I am recording it, so hopefully we'll be able to fix it in post, right? That's what they always say. But I want to talk about this false consensus effect because I found this to be a real big thing with me, at least. It's a cognitive bias. And in social psychology, individuals overestimate the extent of which others share their beliefs and behaviors. This bias can apply to opinions, values, beliefs, behaviors, leading people to assume that others think and act the same way that you do. Now, this is true with politics, shared desires in relationships, all kinds of things. The bias is supported by research. This study at Stanford in the 70s, the experiment participants consistently overestimated the agreement with others about their choices made in. So the false consensus effect is attributed to factors like self-esteem, similarity with friends and family, where your own thoughts are more easily accessible. Strong opinions, confidence, and situational factors also contribute to the occurrence of this bias. So that's it. That is the false consensus bias. I should have had that there. False consensus bias. And it's real interesting. I know that I am a victim of this because I just assume that people will agree with me more than they actually do. That's a real thing, and it's important to be able to have a term for it so you can understand it better. And just to be aware of it. All people, right? Doesn't matter how smart you are, how much EQ you have, how much you think that you're clairvoyant, right? Everyone overestimates how much other people agree with them. That's just the truth. So with that in mind, if you can remind yourself of that when you're talking with people about different opinions or different things, it might be good to check in with them. Ask them how they really feel. Just say, I just kind of assume everybody loves the old 97s. They're the best alt country band of all time. And you're like, I've never even heard of them. I get it. So, that's true. And it's the same thing. If you think you see something and you think it's absolutely ridiculous and stupid, how can anyone watch this? Well, surprise, they do. So, something to keep in mind. And we got a number of stories to get to today, including some that I just don't understand at all, including this first one with not Larry Sanders, it's Bernie Sanders. Yeah, so Senator Bernie Sanders, you remember him. He's urging the U.S. and allies to restore funding to the UN agency aiding Palestinian refugees, UNRWA. right? The UN Agency for Aiding Palestinian Refugees, citing a risk of a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Now, the Biden administration froze aid due to Israeli allegations that some UN RWA workers were involved in an attack. The October 7th attack. Yeah, Sanders calls for an investigation but stresses the need for humanitarian aid to Palestinian civilians. He highlighted the potential impact of over 1 million Palestinians in Gaza expressing concern about starvation. Israeli intelligence claims UNRWA staff were involved, leading to the firing of 9 accused workers. Sanders has been a critic of Israel's action in Gaza, denouncing them as a violation of international law. Now, here's the interesting thing. So they're saying that about like a dozen of these aid workers were connected or somehow involved in the October 7th attack, and 9 of them were fired. If they were involved in the attack, why aren't they arrested? So if they weren't arrested, I don't know. This is very confusing to me. This story just doesn't make sense. Because, one, you certainly wouldn't want to, send millions of dollars in aid to one of these agencies that had employees that were involved in a terrorist attack, right? You wouldn't want that. But if they were involved, why are they not arrested? It's confusing. And, that's one of the things. Often we're so far away from what's happening in the Middle East to really have a good understanding of it is tough, especially if you haven't spent a lot of time studying it. And it's like, well, who do I go to find out about this? Corporate news? That doesn't work either. So I'll just say I'm confused about this story. I don't know what's going on. I find it weird. I just find it weird. And with some false consensus effect, I will assume that all of you find it weird too. However, if somebody watching really understands this stuff, let me know. Let me know what's going on in the comments. And again, I'll go through all your comments in the after show today. So stick around for that. But next up, let's learn about something else. You know what ECOWAS is? So this is interesting. And one of the things that I like doing when I'm choosing stories for the show, I just find stories that I think are interesting, and a lot of times they're things that I don't know a whole lot about, but by doing a story about it, I kind of inform myself a little bit more than I was yesterday, right? And that's the case for this story. Tensions between coup-hit countries, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, and West African bloc ECOWAS peaked as the nations abruptly withdrew, citing inadequate support and harsh sanctions. It's the first such withdrawal in ECOWAS's history, posing a significant threat to regional stability. ECOWAS, established in 1975, is facing criticism for allegedly failing to represent citizens' interests. That sounds familiar. The withdrawal process involves a 1-year notice, but as of now, ECOWAS hasn't been formally notified. This move could delay the return to democracy in the coup-hit countries and potentially open doors for increased Russian influence. Dun, dun, dun. As relations with the West sour, the Russian mercenary group Wagner's presence in Mali and Burkina Faso raises concerns about rights violations and ongoing security crisis. So here's the deal. ECOWAS, that's an acronym for Economic Community of West African States. It's the Economic Community of West African States. It's a regional bloc in West Africa, as you can see here on the little graphic, right? It's established in 1975. It's 15-member countries, and its goal is to promote cooperation, integration, economic stability in the region. It plays a crucial role in addressing political, economic, and security challenges aiming to raise living standards and maintain peace. Those are all good goals, right? Yeah. So all three of these countries have had some coup activity. Let me tell you about that. Niger, coup took place in Niger in February of 2010 when the then president Tanja was ousted by the military. Now, I thought maybe some citizens like walked around velvet ropes or something and broke windows. No, it was the military actually ousted the president. Okay, that's a coup. In Mali faced multiple coup attempts. The most recent coup occurred in May of 2021 when the military ousted President Kiti. This follows earlier coups in 1968, 1991, 2012. Okay, so in that case, the coup, the military ousted the president. Okay, so seems like the trend. Like that's the coup, is you actually involve the military. But, let's see. And Burkina Faso experienced a coup in September 2015 where the presidential guard seized power, temporarily overthrowing the transitional government. The coup was eventually thwarted, and it's since undergone a lot of political changes. So in that case, presidential guard seized power illegally. Coup attempt. Okay. Well, that's good. I've been confused about what exactly is a coup attempt. So we have some historical examples of what a coup attempt is. Typically, it's military taking over a country, ousting the current administration. That seems to be it. But that's what's going on in this West African group of nations. So a little chaos there. Does it affect our day-to-day lives? I don't know. But again, I didn't really know much about this. I saw the story, and it's kind of interesting just to learn a little bit more about that region. That's why I brought it up, 5 minutes on something new. What the heck? And now we can get to something crazy. That's the pyramids. Yeah, I do like bringing back the flame. Old school flame. I like that. Controversial plans to clad the pyramid of Menkaure at Giza with granite for restoration have been criticized as absurd. Supporters view it as a historic move coinciding with the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum. Critics argue it violates international restoration principles. The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities formed a committee to assess the project's future. The initiative is part of a larger plan to develop the Giza Pyramids area, including the delayed Grand Egyptian Museum. Heritage preservation debates in Egypt have also centered on recent destruction in Cairo and the renovation of the Abu al-Abbas al-Mursi Mosque in Alexandria. So they're talking about updating the pyramid. Now, this is just an illustration that I pulled off online. I don't know that that's exactly what the plan is, but that's it, to bring in some granite and kind of redo and update the pyramid. I'm not sure about that. Have you ever? But I'm not. Again, I don't know. The false consensus effect would be, I would just assume everybody thinks this is crazy. But I'm just tying it back to the big idea of today. Have you ever seen when they've tried to repair some classic paintings and they have a restoration artist go in and try to fix it? I've seen some crazy times when they've tried to fix it and it just looks ridiculous. I don't know that would be the case here with the pyramids. I just found it to be an interesting story, and I thought I'd bring it to you. So we'll see what happens in the future. But next up, I want to talk about dangers with your cryptocurrency. So this took place here. Yeah, 22-year-old Portland man Daniel James Junk has been sentenced to 6 years for stealing over $3 million in cryptocurrency by hijacking cell phone numbers and conducting SIM swapping attacks. The FBI raided Junk's apartment in March of 2022, seizing Bitcoin, but he continued his criminal activities even after being kidnapped last November. Junk was ordered to pay $3 million in restitution to 5 victims. So this involves a SIM swap scam. And how this works is hackers are able to clone the SIM card that's in your phone. So everyone has a little SIM card that identifies your phone, and they're able to clone that. And if they clone it, then they have access to your phone, essentially. Like they can have a copy of your phone. Now, the real problem is if you have apps on it that are linked to financial institutions, and you have some kind of automatic password thing, which is really dumb. You don't ever want to do that. Cryptocurrency can be very secure, but you don't want to have an app, or you don't want to like have a Coinbase app or something like that, where the login is your birth date or something like that, or that you're automatically logged into it and you can transfer things from your phone. You just don't want access to that. If you're going to be doing any trades with if you're doing some crypto trades or whatever, better not to have it on your phone, because you can fall victim to this SIM swap attack. It doesn't mean that your crypto's not secure. Just don't have that account on your phone, right? Like that's the key. Also, just for your own safety, if you've got, let's say, your Robinhood or your Coinbase or whatever, you have one of these exchanges on your phone, what would happen if someone came, to found you in a dark alley, put a gun to your head? You had to pull out your phone. Hey, open your phone. Hey, let me see. Oh, you've got Coinbase. Okay, I need you to immediately, send all your Bitcoin to this QR code. Right? Well, if you don't have that app on your phone, then it can't happen to you. I'm just surprised this doesn't happen more often. That's the issue, right? I don't have my bank app on my phone, right? I know a lot of people do. I don't have my cryptocurrency apps on my phone. That's the last thing you want. That's the least secure thing, because you're walking around with it. You could be walking around with $500,000 or whatever in your crypto account, and someone puts a gun to your head, it's gone. Or you can be the victim of this SIM swap, which is apparently not that hard for hackers to do. If you have things that are unsecured, you don't have passwords in your logins, and your phone is easily unlocked. So this is just a cautionary tale to consider, perhaps. And also, if you're not actively trading crypto, right, get it off of the exchange. It shouldn't be sitting in a Robinhood or a Coinbase or something like that. Get it off the exchange. Put it in a cold wallet. So anyway, that's that. But we need some good news today. Good news, because the stream didn't work very well. But let's get to the good news of the day. Yeah, so Italian scientists have decoded the genetic map of Arabica. Am I saying that right? I should have looked that up. Arabica coffee. The world's most popular variety, this breakthrough through advanced DNA sequencing technology aims to enhance coffee breeding for better taste and adaptability to climate change. Of course, because everything's about climate change. Now, Arabica, known for its superior flavor, is facing challenges from rising temperatures. The study is considered a crucial step in understanding coffee's genetic diversity, ensuring its future amid changing world. So the deal here is they've figured out coffee's DNA, and they're going to be able to use that to make changes on a genetic level and crossbreeding and all kinds of things to hopefully make a superior coffee. Who knows? I imagine they're 20 years behind people growing marijuana, right? I think people growing marijuana have really got into the genetics of the marijuana and have been able to make all these different breeds and made it more powerful and have different effects and things like that. Well, now they're going to do it with coffee too. I would say it's about time, right? It's about time. But I'm all for a better cup of coffee. I hope you're for a better cup of coffee too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I thought that was kind of a fun and good news story, right? We need something good at the end of the day. Anyway, stick around for the after show. I'll go through your comments and tell you my plans for what I'm doing. But hope you all have a fantastic day. I will post this video on Rumble at least, and I'll see. Maybe I'll post it here on YouTube with a better video. I don't know. We'll figure it out this afternoon. Anyway, have a beautiful day, and for sure, I'll be back on Friday with a Fact Check Friday. But I'm gonna keep working on this streaming thing. Perhaps might be doing a test later today, maybe on a new computer. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, peace. Okay, now let's check this out. Look at this. Watch this. Boom. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. There we go. Here's our chat. And of course, immediately, YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain things. So, yikes. Not nice. Anyway. Oh, come on. Everyone likes the Beatles. But I like that. Hey, what's up, Doug, Natasha, Apothecary John, Eerie Fairy, everybody's checking in. I appreciate that. Doug says, wonder if they could even lift all that granite back up there. Who knows? Maybe they could get help with the aliens that have been hiding. They can get the aliens to help update, the pyramid, because, it was built by the aliens, of course, right? Tom always covers unique stories that nobody else does. Well, that's what I try to do. If I can't get a crystal clear picture, at least I'm going to bring you a story that you may not hear in other shows. So there you go. Let's see. Come on, scroll. I guess that's it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try streaming on a different computer. It's tricky. This whole thing is very tricky. But I'm hoping that this can be inspiration for you, that if you have some kind of thing that you're trying to figure out, whether that be, I don't know, a living situation or a relationship or some tech issue like what I'm doing, the key is not to just don't give up. You keep trying different things. You got to keep trying different things. And so later today, I'm going to try streaming from a different computer. Now I've been loading all the new software onto the computer, and that's involved me. And it's all proprietary, and so I've had to find all my old passwords for all the different equipment to put on the different computer. I should have that all like on a 3x5 card, easy to access, but live and learn, right? So I've had to reset passwords for every single piece of equipment that I've done. It's time consuming. However, I'll be able to do a test on a different computer later today. Based on the initial things, it looks like it is better for streaming than the computer that I'm using. I am a little confused because the computer that I'm using is far beyond the capabilities needed to do a nice crystal clear stream. But there could just be some little spanner in the works somewhere that's screwing things up and I can't figure it out. So let's try it on a different system. And if I can get a nice clean stream on my laptop, then I will be able to stream some shows when I'm down in Argentina, because I will be going to Argentina in 2 weeks. That's right, Valentine's